Well, hello and welcome to BloombergQuint. The Supreme Court has allowed JSPL to sell iron ore worth around 2,000 crore from a mine in Odisha. The apex court has added a rider, though, asking Sarda Mines to clear its due first. Joining us now from Delhi is Sharma, the managing director of the company. Thank you for joining us, sir. I would like to start off by asking you about the riders that are now in this place due to this judgment, and also would like to clarify now that Sarda will have to pay in a span of a month instead of giving an affidavit to the undertaking of a 900 crore fine?
Yes, thank you very much and good afternoon. This is a great relief to JSPL, and we are very glad that Honorable Supreme Court has listened us very carefully, and they have allowed us to pick up the material which is lying already duty paid, royalty paid in the mines of SMPL, the Sharda mines. And today is a holiday in Odisha. I am in Odisha now, and it is a government holiday. But I came to know from the SMPL team that they have already deposited the money, that is 933 crore rupees, something like that. So all the dues are already paid. So now I think there should not be any hurdle. And tomorrow, when the government offices they open, we should get the permission to start lifting our material.
Mr. Sharma, that's a great news, but I'd like to understand how much time will the company overall take to consume, or for that matter, sell this inventory now that it has bagged, and how much will the pellet plant utilization go up once this iron ore inventory is in place?
Yes, this is the inventory at least for our 1 year of requirement. And now at least for next 1 year, we don't need to buy any iron ore from the market. So this is going to be a great relief.
Sure. And would the company have to pay anything extra over and above the royalty that it has already paid? Any kind of transportation expenses that it will have to incur to fetch this
transportation
inventory?
on actuals, that has to be. Yeah, you are right. So the transportation on actuals are to be borne by us. So we have three methodologies there. Number one, we have next door to SMPL, we have our own pellet plants. So there the material can be transported by a conveyor, which already the conveyor is existing. Number two, if we had to take it out to Angul or to Raigad, then this will be transported through railway rake, and the railway siding is very nearby, about 2 kilometers. So that is the second point. And the third is by trucks. So we'll use all three modes of transporting the goods so that we don't need to buy iron ore from the market.
Could you quantify the cost for us?
Sorry?
Could you quantify the cost, the transportation cost? Could you put that in number, please?
You see, if it is going to be used only in the pelletization plants, then the cost is very nominal, about 100 rupees a ton. And if it is to go to Odisha, that is Angul plant, and also to Raigad plant, then cost is about 1,200 rupees a ton.
All right. I also want to know now your stand, since the Odisha bidding process is ongoing right now. Will the company, after having bagged these mines or these inventories from Sarda, have a little more conservative way to go about with the process right now, or would it still be as aggressive in pursuing the mines that are now put in auction?
You see, we have not got any mines. We have got the right to take out our material, which was already
paid for.
Paid. So our desire to have mines to maintain the continuity of the business, that is always there.
All right, I would like to know your assessment on the steel pricing situation right now. A lot of reports have been suggesting rather that the coronavirus, which is ongoing in China, will have a bearing on the Chinese prices, which in turn will lead to an impact in Indian prices too. Do you see that happening for Indian markets, and also your view on iron ore prices right now?
No, I don't think so. China is a very large country, having more than 1.45 billion population. So as is India, like 1.3 billion population. I mean, in this such kind of large countries, this disease, some virus attacks, some problems, some epidemic will always be there. So I think we should not worry about it. So China, being a very large economy, producing more than 1 billion ton of steel, and I don't think that they will face such kind of problem. Then there won't be any impact in the market. So whatever you are listening today, it is very, very temporarily, very, very ad hoc. So we should not be worried about it.
Okay, in that case, sir, the last question that I have, Supreme Court has also allowed transport of extracted iron ore in Goa. Would that mean there is some correction in store for iron ore prices right now after NMDC has hiked the price at least twice in this month? Do you see some correction right now after this latest measure?
You see, government is trying their best to do something ease of doing the business. So this is a step towards ease of doing the business. So if government allows the natural resources to be used in the country and for the domestic applications, then nothing like that. So God has given us a lot of iron ore. God has given us a lot of coal. So all these natural resources must be utilized by the Indian companies so that overall balance of payment situation is remains in the favor of the country. And I appreciate the move of government and move of Honorable Supreme Court that they are considering to make the business smoother and smoother.
Sure, I get the point, but then with this, do you feel that the iron ore prices are not in for any uptick, if not for a correction for that matter?
Yeah, I don't think that there will be any increase of the prices because Steel Authority of India is allowed to sell 25% of the material. Similarly, these NMDC and OMC, they are ramping up their productions to meet out the demand. And if the Goa comes in picture, so then it will be a great relief. I don't think that there'll be any panic. So maybe 200-300 rupees per ton here and there, that corrections can come upward or downward, but there won't be any radical changes in the iron ore prices. So I'm very hopeful.
All right, Mr. Sharma, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking to BloombergQuint. That was the management of JSPL, pretty much optimistic on the way the situation has panned out. Do not see any kind of pricing pressures coming in on steel. For iron ore, however, it sees some amount of correction to an amount of 200 to 300 rupees per ton.